First, they were minor patients and should have been provided all of the safeguarding protections.
That's great. You have admitted that you literally ruined the lives and did medical experiments
of 1,500
kids and literal babies.
Yeah.
So you've admitted it. We all knew that. We were told that's not happening. We were told we were wrong, and we were every name in the book. Okay, so what now? We have a pediatrician confesses to wrongly transitioning 1,500 kids, including children as young as 3 years old. I was told this wasn't happening.
Good afternoon. My name is Jamie Reed, and I hold a Master's of Science in Clinical Research Management from Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri. I am also a lifelong Democrat, a mom of 5 boys,
Shocker.
3 of whom were adopted out of the foster care system, and I'm a lesbian.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
All of it.
Everything. From inside a pediatric gender center. I participated in transitioning nearly 1,500 unique patients who ranged in age from 3 to 26.
Oh my
over
God.
almost 5 years.
A 3-year-old's a baby.
I was once a true believer in pediatric gender medicine. Now I understand I participated in an industry that was based on fraud, deception, and in layman's terms, we were running a racket.
Well,
that is putting it very kindly, actually.
Comorbidities were treated using unethical and deceptive informed consent practices. They were never properly assessed, informed of their condition, or given a diagnosis. A diagnosis itself is the first required step for any consent to be valid and not fraudulent. These were also vulnerable patients who required specific, special safeguards. First, they were minor patients and should have been provided all of the safeguarding protections.
That's great. You have admitted that you literally ruined the lives and did medical experiments
of 1,500
kids and literal babies.
Yeah.
So you've admitted it. We all knew that. We were told that's not happening. We were told we were wrong, and we were every name in the book. Okay, so what now? So who goes to jail? She should be in jail. I don't even care if you're admitting. Okay, so you admitted you did things wrong. I don't care if you've changed.
You're admitting that you literally chemically or surgically castrated and mutilated
babies.
1,500 people ranging from the ages of 3 to 26. And you're just like, oopsies.
And you're doing a conference.
Oopsies.
Yeah. Sorry,
like,
you ruined their lives forever.
Yeah.
Because it's not reversible. There's no such thing as reversible. This isn't Benjamin Button. You can't, go the other way. I mean, it's like, Jesus, gluten will fuck you up. You think giving, sterilizing shit to kids isn't going to mess you up?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can't put puberty on hold.
No.
That's not how the world and biology work. I'm so sorry. It's just not. And the fact that there are medical professionals that were able to lie to these people and prescribe this to children, and push this is just beyond disgusting and evil. Yeah, it is a racket. That's putting it very nicely, but it's obviously all for profit.
People should be in trial in front of people and should literally spend their lives in prison if you ruin a kid's life. And also it's you guys knew this was wrong. You did it anyways. Yeah. You clearly did not go by the law either. I'm sure this violates literally everything, but only a Democrat could sit there, admit that they've done literal crimes against humanity and then not be in jail. Because notice how, first of all, there's no Republican doctors doing this. And if they were, they would literally be in fucking prison. That's the craziest part. But she can be like, well, I'm a lesbian and I adopted a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
so,
I love that we preface. Before I ruined the lives of 1,500 children, I adopted 2. I'm a Democrat, lesbian. Okay,
lifelong Democrat.
Just so you know,
lesbian.
I'm so sorry. This is just. It's so disgusting. It's evil. And the fact that they, sure, maybe are admitting it now, but just get off with
It doesn't matter if you admit something if there's no punishment.
No.
That's the crazy thing. And it's wow, I'm shocked a man wouldn't want to have children with you.
Yeah.
Father of 2 trans kids says that he wanted normal kids, but that's not what he got.
I feel like this is actually a form of eugenics, honestly.
It is.
I'm you're literally probably killing, but you're castrating a good amount of the population.
Well, that's why they want it, because it's population control.
Exactly.
So I'm the parent of 2 transgender kids.
I'm not a weirdo.
The reason I'm making this video, what I guess I want to say is that I am not a weirdo. I thought I was going to have run-of-the-mill kids. I kind of hoped they'd want to go to the Giants game with me and that they'd eventually
Shocker, he lives in California.
I know. My weirdest idea for my children was, what if they learned to be football punters and then they could maybe go to college for free? But for real, I wasn't trying to have extra super special kids or virtue signaling kids or liberal freakazoid kids. And I say that
well, you
because I
did.
guess
Yeah.
I think that's what some people imagine. That my wife and I and the other parents who we know who have trans kids are in some
You have
secret
this whole
cabal with
community of
Nancy
parents
Pelosi
of
and
trans
some
kids, and you're
unlicensed
telling
mob
me that you're not a
doctors and bunch of
weirdo?
drag
Yeah.
queens on a coke binge, and we're all in a science lab trying to figure out how to make our kids into Frankenstein's monsters. But actually, our kids told us they were trans.
Yeah, and you should have hit them.
We were pretty surprised.
I
and
mean,
a little
actually.
freaked out
How many
and
Mexican
figured
kids in
out
the
how
hood
to
are
deal
trans?
with it.
How many black kids in the hood are
Learn
trans?
from
None, let me
science
tell you.
and from grown-up trans people how much safer and happier kids are who are supported by their parents.
Actually, they killed themselves.
And we want our kids to be safe and
Stats
happy,
prove that.
so we were supportive. That's like the most regular thing there is. I want my kids to be safe and happy, and the best way to keep them safe and happy is to make sure
Is
that
to make
they
them mentally
know
ill
that I love them
and put them on
as they
drugs.
are.
And make them depressed,
Yeah.
literally,
You know what's so
clinically
funny?
depressed.
Actually, you shouldn't love someone for who they are. They should be someone worth loving. And you should literally, well, first of all, no, like seriously, that's fucking crazy. Your kid's a fucking shitty little fucking asshole serial killer, and you're like, well, you just gotta love him no matter who you are. No, my parents, when I was a little bitch, were like, you're being horrible. You're hard to like love right now. Do we love you? Yes, but there should be conditions. You shouldn't just be it's like, dude, anything wrong with the parents is come on.
dead.
The parents, he looks like he was at Intelligentsia all day. You know, the mom is like some loser wearing like a long flowy gown and is just fucking ugly. And
Humongous glasses.
Yeah.
Straight, like,
Dahmer
pins.
glasses. And it's
Yeah.
just like, dude, you guys stop. Like, you're literally admitting you have friends that have trans kids. It's fucking you guys. You guys are the problem. But it's like, no, it's not unconditionally loving your kids. Your kids need to grow up, they need discipline, and they need to be in society because some people are shitty, and you loving them and saying that's okay makes them shittier.
Yeah.
It makes them fucking monsters.
I'm sorry, like, I don't understand where this culture of let's just affirm everything that my child, they're a literal child. You force your child to eat their vegetables because it's good for them.
Yeah.
You don't let them eat cupcakes all day because they want to.
They probably do.
Yeah, they probably do, honestly.
Kids probably fat as shit.
But like, I'm sorry, when did children just have the right to I'm sorry. When I'm a parent, I am the dictator over that child's life until they're 18 years old. I am Putin to you,
I'm
all
the
right?
Maduro in this fucking household. I'm running a tight ship.
You do as I say, or I'm sorry, there are going to be consequences.
Yes.
And there is no way in hell, if my child came, this would literally never happen. I'm so sorry. I'm never going to let my children go to some sort of indoctrination camp.
No,
the
their
community,
house?
Yeah, their house? Absolutely not.
No.
Whatever school their children are going to, absolutely not. They're in San Francisco, which is not shocking at all, obviously.
No, it makes sense.
But I'm sorry, my child will get ripped apart if they even give an inkling of saying or thinking anything like that. I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely,
because it would
not.
come from other
Go to
fucked up
church.
people like that. Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
It's like you're allowing that. And I don't know, this whole thing of like, I always tell you, if you think kids should have a bunch of choices, you're a pedophile. You're trying to act like they're adults, and they're not adults. Children should have very, very limited decisions. What kind of vegetable would you prefer today? Do you want to wear the pink sweater or the blue sweater? You see, like, someone sent me Emrata with her kid. Emrata has a son, the model that's always naked online. It is dressed with pigtails in girls' clothing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's
disgusting.
Megan Fox, I think, that
It
has the
a bunch
two
of
trans kids or
yeah, but that's
three.
because she
I don't know.
sold her soul to the devil in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this gentle parenting does not work, and
No.
that's why you have a society of just faggy, useless, unproductive, anti-American loser kids. Kids should have very limited choices.
Absolutely.
And I think you should hit them, but that's just me. It turns out good in the Hispanic community. Sorry, it works for them. And look at all the white kids now. How are they doing? Not great.
This is true. Okay, you know what's so funny? Actually, this is like a side.
Indians hit too. I know that.
Indians do hit. There's sidebar. There was a show, I think on like ABC years ago, and it was literally called The Slap. And it was about a child that got like spanked at his like birthday party when he was like 8 years old. They made like 8 episodes and multiple seasons.
That was a
of
lesson.
this.
That was a lesson.
And I'm like, that's a white kid.
Yeah.
That's a white kid. Just gentle parenting. Of course, he was like, I don't know the premise of the of what happened on the show, but
fear needs to respect. There needs to be a little ounce of fear.
Yes.
I'm not saying like take your entire day out on them and like really let them have it. I'm just saying,
don't give your kids black eyes or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you as a child, I was scared of disappointing my parents or
still
like
scared.
disobeying my parents. Yeah, I'm like, and like now it's different, obviously, because I'm an adult and I don't do things that would ever warrant my mom hitting me or anything like that. But
want to grow up and actually be productive people in a society and respect them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Like that, like these kids are, then you got Rob Reiner and his faggot kid goes and stabs his parents to death. Like that's literally like these parents are going to raise shitty little assholes like that who become like school shooters.
But that's exactly it. I'm like, sometimes you do have bad eggs as children. And that's very clear with Rob Reiner. I mean, I don't think he was all that great of a person in and of itself, but obviously it's awful what happened to him and his wife. And one kid turned out perfectly fine. The other kid went completely off the rails, and they tried the gentle parenting.
Yeah.
And like, he seemed like a great dad, to be honest with you. I don't know him, but like from everything that I saw, he seemed like a great dad who was really trying to help his kid get out of.
Should have put that f***er away.
But exactly.
He should have hit him and then put him away. Sorry. She should have tried to beat the shit out of him, and then if he couldn't beat the shit out of him, he should have literally been like, you know what?
Mental asylum.
Go behind fucking bars. Like, you're crazy. He was like making jokes about killing dogs on interviews, and I was like, yeah, apparently your little gentle parenting, left all that aside.